friends, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Bethany and I love crafting with my Cricut machine. On my channel, you'll see lots of fun tutorials, so be sure to stick around and subscribe. In this video, I am starting to decorate and craft for Halloween, so I'm going to be showing you 6 or 7 fun little crafts that you can do for Halloween. And don't forget to subscribe because I have another video coming out next week for all things Halloween. I had so many fun ideas this year that I had to break it up into 2 videos. So let's go ahead and get started. Be sure to give this a thumbs up and let me know which craft was your favorite today. All right, let's start the first project. Okay, so for our first little craft, I wanted to make a really fun Halloween mug set using the Cricut mug press. So what I did was I did a few different prints with my Sawgrass SG500, and I did some complimentary prints that are fun for Halloween, and I will be sure to link these design prints down in the description box below. So this is what it looks like coming off of my printer, just like this, and I have it all sized for my little mugs. And for a project like this, as a reminder, you do need to use a sublimation printer with sublimation ink as well as sublimation mugs. So you cannot just use Dollar Tree mugs, you have to have sublimation mugs. So really quickly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sublimation paper with my print and I'm just going to trim it down so it will fit my mug. So I like to use my paper trimmer, and the reason is because it just helps me to line up my design perfectly on my mug when I have really straight edges that are pretty perfect. So I'm just going to trim those down really quickly, and then we will get our design wrapped around our mug. Now I did pre-wrap the first 3 just to save some time, but I'm going to walk you through this one just in case you are new to sublimation. That way you know the process. Okay, so now I have my little print that is sized perfectly to wrap around my ceramic mug, and I can get my mug all prepped. So prepping the mug is actually really easy. You'll either take a lint roller or a lint-free cloth and just rub down the surface. You want to do this to make sure there is no oil or lint on the surface of your mug, because if there is, it can ruin the sublimation when it is placed on the mug. So it could either create some blue dots or you could get uneven transfers. So you want to make sure that the surface of your mug is as clean as possible. I prefer using a lint-free cloth, but you can also use, again, a lint roller if you would like. Okay, so once that is clean, you are going to use some heat-resistant tape. So make sure that you use a heat-resistant tape for this part of the process. I'm just going to take 2 pieces and get them all pre-trimmed off real quick so I can quickly grab them. Then I'm going to take my sublimation paper. I'm going to make sure it's going in the right direction so that I don't do it upside down on my mug. But what I like to do is have my mug in front of me with the handle face towards me, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sublimated print and I'm going to place it around the mug. Then I'm just going to look at the handle here and make sure that the ends of my papers are an even distance away from one another so that my print is nice and centered. And I like to set it on the table, that way I know that my design is straight, because then my design is sitting even on the table. Okay, and that chime is just letting us know that the Cricut mug press has been preheated. It will turn green once it has all preheated. And now I'm just going to take that tape and I'm going to place it under the handle there. And that's just securing my print to my mug. So I'll do that and then just wrap really tightly this other end and then place my second piece of tape. Okay, now before we put it into the mug press, we want to take 2 layers of butcher paper, and I'll link the butcher paper that I like to use down below. And we're going to take those 2 layers and we're going to wrap that on top of the print. And this is to help protect our mug press in case our print has any bleeding. That way our mug press doesn't get all dirty with ink, because then it would, in the future, it would get ink on our future projects. So we want to make sure that that stays as clean as possible. So I'm going to go ahead, wrap 2 layers of butcher paper on top of my sublimation paper. And I just like to do right under the handle there. Now you can add more tape if you'd like. If you'd like to go around the base, you can. If you'd like to go around the top, you can. I don't find it necessary, but if you would like to, you can go ahead and do that. Now you want to make sure that the bottom, see how the bottom, it's nice and flush here. There's no paper coming down just like it is on the top. Now the paper can come up, that's fine, because we're gonna have an open area on the top here, but for the bottom you wanna make sure it's flush so that it sits down nice into the mug press. So that is how that works. Okay, now I'm just going to place it into my press. So I like to go at an angle just so it doesn't snag my paper right here. So I'm just going to place that down, and I'm going to make sure that I watch right here to make sure that that mint area covers my sublimation area. That way I get a nice clean press. So now I'll just press that down, then you'll hear it beep, and then the lights will start flashing. So it'll start flashing at the 1, and then it'll go all the way to the 5. So we're going to go ahead and let that first mug press, and then I'm going to get my heat press mat out. That way, once it comes out, it'll be very hot and we can put it on a heat press mat to keep it safe from our table while it cools down. Okay, so now all 5 lights are flashing and it beeped. So now I can go ahead and open up the lever, and the handle is cool, but everything else is going to be very hot. So I'm going to grab by the handle, just place it on my heat mat and let that cool. And in the meantime, I can just keep placing mugs into my mug press and continue pressing. So now I do have an entire sublimation playlist. So if you want to learn a little bit more about sublimation and how to use the software that accompanies the Sawgrass sublimation printer, be sure to check out that sublimation playlist. I'll link it, or you can just go to my channel and search for the playlist that says Sublimation Crafts, and you'll find a lot of fun things in that little playlist. Okay, so the next one is done. I can just bring that out and place that onto the mat as well and continue placing mugs in. Now these would make really cute teacher gifts or gifts for just about anybody, because you can do any type of print and really personalize them. So I think mugs are a really fun way to do lots of fun gift giving. Okay, another one is done, and the final is going in. Okay, so the last one has come out. I can go ahead and turn my mug press off. I absolutely love my mug press. It is just one of my favorite things that I have purchased for my craft space, and I am excited to see how all of these little mugs turned out. And the reason why I did 1 in front of you and then 3 not is because I thought it'd be fun to surprise you with what the rest turned out like. So they are still a tad bit warm, especially the one that I just took out, but I'll start in the order that I placed them in the press because they're starting to cool and they are now cool to touch. So now I will just take away my heat resistant tape and the butcher paper, and we will see how everything turned out. Okay, so our first one, oh my goodness, so pretty. Look, how cute is this? I love this. I'm kind of doing a little pale pink theme for Halloween this year, and I thought this would be so cute. I just thought a mug set would be so fun as just a fun little decor idea and way to be festive this year. So this is how the first one turned out. That's so pretty. I'll try to leave them face up so we can see how they all look together. Okay, I think the second one out was this one. Yes, and it's pretty cool. You can also use some tweezers to help remove some of that tape if you need to. Sometimes that can be helpful. Now with all the projects that I've done so far with my mug press, I have had this browning happen on my paper. I haven't ever had it ruin a project yet, so I'm not too worried about it. But for me, it has seemed to be a normal part of the process. Okay, so now the next one is these pink stars. So cute. Okay, here is, whoops, that little tape got stuck there. Here is the second mug. How cute is that? So pretty. I love how that turned out. Matches my little manicure too. which obviously means I love it. Okay, so there is the second one, and then this is next. Okay, revealing the third one. This is so darn cute. I love this one. I think this was the print that sold me on this whole idea. It's some orange, pink, and light pink and black polka dot. And I think there's like a sherbet color too of orange in there. How cute. Whoops, there we go. That's probably a little bit easier. How sweet is that? So fun. I love it. Oh my goodness. They're just so cute together too. Okay, and then the final one coming soon. Okay, our final print is cute little spiders and little spider webs. Now, if you remember my Halloween series from last year, I told you I was terrified of spiders, but I thought these were such cute little spiders. I thought they were really cute. So I was totally okay with putting these on one of the mugs. How sweet. It might not be the one I drank out of, but I thought it was definitely cute to add to the collection. So I'll link this set down below. It's just a set of digital paper, and I thought they were really fun. And the best thing about this is you could do this for any season. So you could just pick any type of digital paper that you'd like and get really, really creative. But I love the idea of doing a curated set of mugs for Halloween. I thought that was really, really fun. And I think it'll just make sipping that pumpkin spiced coffee creamer that I love each year just that much sweeter. So how fun did these turn out? I can't wait to use these. I think the two pink ones ended up being my favorite, but the polka dot one too though. Too darling. Okay, let's move on to our next craft. Okay, so for our next little craft, we are going to be making some fun little teacher gifts. I found these little natural wood pumpkins at Target. They came in a 2-pack, and I will try and link them in the description box below, as well as all the other materials I'm using for this entire video. But what I did was I added some pink chalk paint, which I'll also share down below. It's my favorite. And I just put it on the top because I really like the dimension that it provides when you leave the sides bare. I just really like that look, but you can of course paint the entire sides and back if you'd like, but this is how I prefer to do it. So I just placed some really pink chalk paint on the front, and then I cut out a cute little saying in some glitter HTV, and I just used some Cricut Joy glitter HTV, but you can use any type that you'd like. And I just said, "You're a spooktacular teacher," which I am not original in using this phrase. I saw it on Pinterest and on a few other SVGs, but I decided just to use some fonts that I had to really recreate this. So I'm going to go ahead, and what I'm going to do is just iron on this cute little saying onto these little pumpkins, and then we'll just add some fun little bows. So I'm just going to center this where I'd like it. Okay, and once I have that where I would like it to be, I'm going to go ahead and take some parchment paper, and then I'm going to take my EasyPress Mini. I have it set to medium, which is just the two little wavy marks, and you are going to press it for 40 seconds. And this is with constant movement, so you're just going to keep moving it around and around for 40 seconds to get it really placed onto the wood. Okay, once you have reached 40 seconds, this is a cool peel, so I'm just going to set this to the side. Go ahead and center my next piece, and then I will press this for 40 seconds as well. Okay, this one is done as well. I really, really love the little EasyPress Mini for projects like this. It just makes it so, so easy. So this one is cooling down, so I'll go ahead and just remove that liner. And then there is my cute little HTV right on the top. Now you can't really take advantage of that glitter very well on camera, but in person it's so, so pretty. And I really, really like a glitter iron-on for projects like this because it just adds that little bit of fun excitement to it, and I think it's just really nice. So now I'm just going to take my little glue gun. I pre-tied some bows with just some really pretty black gingham ribbon, which I thought would just really be a nice contrast to the pink and the white. And I'm just going to place that right on the stem there and that will be the last little touch to this project. Okay, and adding the last little bow, and all of these cute little pumpkins are ready for the teachers. I love how these turned out. So, so sweet. Okay, so here is the final look. I think they're very, very cute. And now for our next craft, we're gonna work on the little gift bags that we're gonna place these in. Okay, so I really wanted to do some cute little coordinating gift bags. In fact, the bags were what I purchased first, and I found these at the dollar spot at Target, and I thought that these were so cute for Halloween. I did share these in my recent Target haul, and I did set them aside for these upcoming Halloween crafts, and then of course coordinated the gifts that were gonna go inside. So I have these cute little bags, and then what I did is I took some vinyl and I just cut out some cute little ghosts with some vinyl that I had. Now I accidentally cut out my vinyl the first time, and I cut out my ghosts a little too small, so that was an oopsie, and of course I wanted these to be just perfect. So I'm going to show you in the next little craft what I'm going to do with those ghosts that ended up being a little too small. That way they don't go wasted. So really quickly, I'm just going to weed out these cute little ghosts. I did find these in, sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied because it's currently midnight and I'm crafting, and whew, it's been a long day. So if I'm a little tongue-tied, just bear with me. So I found these little ghosts in Cricut Design Space. They were so cute, and I thought these would make for really, really fun little ideas for crafts. So I'm just going to weed out their little faces here, and we will get them all placed on our little bags. So to do this, I am going to use a masking paper transfer tape. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to be placing it on a paper surface. So I want a transfer tape that is a little bit more forgiving. So this is not as sticky as traditional transfer tape. It still works really, really well, but I like to use this on things like painted wood and paper surfaces where I want to be a little bit more careful with the base that I'm using. So I'm going to go ahead and cover my first 3 ghosts. Let me go ahead and just trim those apart, and I will get them covered with some transfer tape. And then we'll do the rest of them. Okay, so just covering with transfer tape. And you can reuse this transfer tape as well. So I will just cut an initial piece and then probably reuse this throughout this entire craft. Okay, so with my scraper tool, I'm just going to scrape the top, turn this over, scrape the bottom. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim these little pieces apart because I'm going to lay them down obviously separately on each bag. Okay, there we go. And then let's grab a bag here. So cute. I love the idea of pink and black and white. I think it's so cute for Halloween. So that was kind of the theme for this Halloween and the crafts I'm going to be doing. Okay, so I'm just going to place that and center it on my bag there the best that I can. That looks really cute. Just rub it down with my fingers. I can also go through with my scraper as well. And then because that's a really light transfer tape, you'll notice that it doesn't rip the paper bag as I'm pulling it up. So how cute is that little ghost? So sweet. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use this again, and I'll use it on this ghost that was left behind. And scrape that down, front and back. You know, I like to do the front and back because it makes it just so much more helpful when pulling that up. And then center that the best I can, rub down, and peel up. Now, of course, I can just save this transfer tape. I'll just place it to the side, and then I will just continue decorating my bags, and then we will put our cute little faces on these ghosts. Okay, here's the last one. And as I mentioned, we'll just keep reusing this transfer tape, and I can even reuse it in the next little craft I'm going to be doing. So I'm just going to place that over my little smiley faces, because this is going to be a nice friendly little ghost, and scrape down. Okay, now that I've scraped both sides, I can go through and just trim apart all my little faces so I can lie them down separately. And here we go. So here's the first little face. Now this vinyl is actually StarCraft, this black vinyl that I have. It was my first time playing around with it, and I really, really like it. It's really, really nice to use. So I'll just center that little smiley face where I like it. And there we go. So cute. And peel away. And there is my cute little ghost. How cute is that? You could also add a little bow if you'd like. That would be really adorable as well. And I'll just continue decorating these little bags with the little faces. Okay, the last little face is on, and how cute and quick and easy were these little bags. So I love that you can really get inspired with how easy it is to just use vinyl in a basic gift bag and really bring it to life and personalize it for what you would like to use it for. So I love how these turned out. So now we have a little bag for each of our little gifts. And now I will show you one more thing we're going to do for the teachers, which is also going to use that scrap vinyl that I accidentally messed up on for my bags. So I accidentally made the ghosts for the first time a little too small, and I didn't want to throw them out. Originally I was just going to give them to my girls and let them just play with them, but I thought I can actually make an accompanying little card to go for the teachers in their little bag. So I have these little cards. I believe I got them at Hobby Lobby in a card pack, and these are just perfect. How cute are these? So it's a good coordinating little theme here, but they're just a tad different with the plaid look. So I first need to decide if I want to do it this way or this way. I think it could be cute. I don't know. I think I would go this way. That was my initial plan, so I'm just going to go with my first instinct on what I was originally going to do. Okay, so you could do it any way you'd like, but I am going to go ahead and reuse that transfer tape that I used the first time to cut down costs, and you can always reuse transfer tape, so know that. Now, scrape down. Okay, and then after I scrape down, I'm just going to trim apart, and as you can see, we're just going to keep trimming and trimming this transfer tape until there's nothing left, but it's still sticky, so we're still going with it. Okay, so now I will just go ahead and place my little ghost right on my card. And again, because I'm using a paper base, I decided that my paper transfer tape would be the best idea for this. That way I don't rip the card when I'm doing this. How cute. Okay, now we need to do our little face. Actually, let me go ahead and do, sometimes when I'm doing multiple things, I like to do each step individually. That way, it kind of just makes it easier and almost quicker, like a little assembly line. Do all of the little ghosts, then go back through and do all the faces. I'm also going to double check that my cards are opening the right direction, because it would be just like me to place these ghosts on upside down this late at night. Okay, so one more right here. Super, super sweet. I wish I would have cut out some pink bows for these ghosts, but I still could. Super easy to do, and do like a hot pink or something like that. Of course, do any type of color combination that you would like to do. That's playing a trick on my eye if I don't just see one at a time. Okay, very easy. And I'm glad that I was able to reuse my little pieces that were too small for my bag, because this is a cute idea as well. Okay, and let's see, let's reuse some transfer tape once again and really bring it home. Okay, all right, scrape this down and get the last pieces on there. Cute little face going on. And I love that the little cards coordinate with the bag. I think that's really fun. Okay, so got a card for you, and we'll just keep decorating. Okay, one for you. Okay, last little smiley, one for you and one for you. So how cute. So we have an entirely handmade gift from the card, the bag, and the little present going inside. I think these are so cute. Let me see if I can get all three of them up close for you. How cute these turn out. I love that. Now also remember that small little crafts like these, be sure to look through your scrap bin, because this took just about 2 inches by 2 inches for this little iron-on piece. And then of course these are small pieces as well. So this is also a great idea when you're doing cards and small gift bags to use that scrap vinyl that you have. So we are all prepped for little teacher gifts. I think these turned out really cute, and let's go ahead and move on to the next craft. Okay, so for our next craft, we're going to do a fun little wooden sign. You've seen me do this before when I did my fall crafts, and I'll link that tutorial up in the corner if you'd like to look at that and how to do this idea for more of a fall theme. But I just found this little arrow sign. It's called a yard sign arrow, and I found this in the dollar spot at Target, but of course it was $3. If you're familiar with the Target dollar spot, it's usually $1, $3 or $5. So I found that there, and I picked up a couple, one for fall like you saw in a tutorial I recently did. And then I of course wanted to do something fun for Halloween as well. So I'm just taking some black vinyl, and I picked some fun words to just write on the vinyl with some text, and had my Cricut cut them all out. If you do need help learning how to use Cricut Design Space and how to cut vinyl on your cutting machine, be sure to check out my vinyl playlist, and I'll be sure to link that for you as well. That will help you learn from start to finish how to do vinyl with your Cricut machine. So really quickly, I'm just going to weed out all of these little pieces. This is that StarCraft vinyl. Yes, that StarCraft vinyl again, and I am really liking it. So I think I'm going to be using that a lot more. Okay, just going through, finding all those little middle pieces and weeding those out to reveal my final little words and design. Now, of course, you can personalize this to say whatever you would like. I decided to do witches brew, tricks and treats, and then pumpkins. I thought that would be really fun. And again, I used some chalk paint. I guess I didn't explain that. So this just came in a bare wood like you see on the little bottom stake here. And to make it more visually interesting, I decided to paint the 3 little arrows. So I just used some chalk paint, which I'll link down below. It's my favorite to use. And again, because I'm going to be placing my vinyl on a painted surface, I'm going to go ahead and use that paper transfer tape once more, just so that it doesn't disrupt my paint when I go to peel off the transfer tape. So it's just a little bit more forgiving and less harsh than traditional transfer tape, which makes it really good when you're working with painted surfaces. Okay, so I will trim this off and keep it for another project, and then scrape down. Okay, and do the back as well. I love these little arrow signs. I actually should have picked up more. You know, you could do it for any holiday. In fact, I was just at Target yesterday. I should have picked up more. So maybe it's just an excuse to go back tomorrow, right? Can't go too many times to Target. Okay, so I'm just trimming apart my pieces here. And I also like to trim any excess transfer tape off. And that is really just me. I just find it easier to center things when I don't have too much transfer tape. I find that it kind of plays with my eye a little bit when I have too much material. So I just kind of get that trimmed down as close as I can. Okay, so now we'll just decide which ones we want which. I think that looks good, not overcomplicating it. And then we can place these down on our sign. Okay, so just going slow, but look how nice that vinyl comes off of that carrier sheet. That's just perfect. I'm really loving this StarCraft vinyl. I might have to do a little shopping and get some more of that. Okay, so centering this the best that I can. Of course, you could get out a measuring tape and get as precise as you'd like, but I like to eyeball it. Oh, that got a little noisy there, clanking around on my table. Okay, and then very gently, I'm just gonna remove that transfer tape without scratching my paint. And there's the first one. How cute. Okay, then we'll take our little pumpkins and make sure we get all of our vinyl off. Boy, that comes off nice. Okay, and then place this where we'd like it here. Cute, cute, cute. Oops, I hope I didn't get a bubble. Oh, I think I'm good. Okay, and then of course you could go through with your scraper as well and reinforce that. Let's see. Nope, no bubble. Okay, false alarm. False alarm. Okay, and then our last little piece. Again, look how small of vinyl we are using here. So another great idea for using scrap vinyl as well. So really, really affordable little piece of decor and a fun little thing to stick on your porch for Halloween. So how cute did this turn out? I'm loving this. Super, super affordable and very easy to personalize. Okay, there is our cute little Halloween arrow sign. I love how this turned out. So, so sweet. All right, let's keep crafting and move on to the next one. Okay, for this next craft, I am going to be making some faux leather snap clips for my girls. Plus, I have a lot of this faux leather, so I'm going to make some for their friends as well, just for fun. So I will link where I found this faux leather down below, but I have had this for a while. It's so cute, and it's a little bit of a Halloween theme. So there are little pumpkins, ghosts, witches' hats, leaves, and cute little pink houses on this. Then this is more of a mustard gingham, which I think is so fun for fall and Halloween. And then just to complete the trio, I have a really fun bubblegum pink. So if you need to know exactly how to make these, I have 2 full tutorials on how to make faux leather snap clips from start to finish. But since I've done that twice on my channel already, I went ahead and pre-cut everything, but I'll go ahead and link that for you in case you would like full tutorial on it. Then I'm just going to use these snap clips and I'm going to get them all assembled. So they're super easy to do. You're just going to open up your snap clip, take your first piece of faux leather, and what you're going to do is you're going to place it inside of the clip there, and don't place it all the way up. So I don't think it is best to push it all the way up to the end there, and I'll show you why. So you're going to put it probably a 1/2 inch down. Then what you're going to do is go ahead and close the clip there. Then turn it over. You're going to see the clip just like so. And then apply your hot glue. Now, I have found hot glue to be amazing for this. I have made my girls so many of these and they wear them like crazy and they have held up perfectly. If you have another way that you like to do this, go for it. That's totally, totally awesome. Okay, so the more glue, the better. If it's seeping out the sides, then it's even better because then you can seal the edges. So I like to do a ton of glue. Then I'm just going to go through with my glue, place it under the clip and then towards the edge. Now the reason I like to do the faux leather a little bit further this way is because then when you go to fold it over, you have more of a substantial amount of leather to fold over, which I feel like helps it to, I guess, be a little bit more sturdy and stable, and maybe it'll last a little bit longer, which it really is true because honestly, my girls wear these all the time and they held up so nice. And that's it. So quick and easy. How cute are those? And then they snap open and then shut. Okay, let me walk you through one more just in case I lost you on the first one. So let's do another print just for fun. So opening your clip, turning it around, then you're going to take your faux leather and don't place it all the way up. You're just going to leave a little gap there. Then close the clip just like that. Okay, turn that over. I like to make sure it's centered as much as possible. Okay, turning it over, add glue. The more the better. Okay, and then fold. Oh, this one's gonna be so cute. Love these. These look so cute in little girl's hair. And they make really fun little Valentine's Day gifts. I think I'm gonna do that this Valentine's Day. I haven't done that yet, but how cute would that be? Okay, then go ahead and place under the clippy and then through the rest of the faux leather there. Okay, and then fold over. And then just press, press, press. Press as much as you can. If it seeps out the side, just take your finger, obviously being careful not to burn yourself. If you need to, you can also go in. This is why I like to use a glue gun with a precision tip, just like this here. It's because if I need to go and add a little bit more, I can stick that tip in there and really, really get in between the folds and add more glue. But there's the next one. How cute are these? Okay, I'm gonna keep going and getting these all assembled. so here is my last one. And you can see how easy it is to make them in bulk. So it's just so quick, easy, and it's really gratifying to see how cute they turn out. I love it. Now, I also wanted to mention that the size I used for my strip of faux leather is 1 inch by 4 inches. I forgot to mention that, but I also, again, I have that full tutorial on how to do these from start to finish, and I'll walk you through it in Design Space as well. Another thing I want to mention is if you have any little frayed edges or any glue that has dried that didn't quite get clean enough on the end, you can take just some scissors and clean up the edges. Or you can use an X-Acto knife or a True Control knife and do that as well, just to clean them up. But how cute did they turn out? I love them. They make for fun gifts. You can personalize them for literally anything as long as you can find the faux leather for it. And I think they turned out really, really cute. Okay, let's go ahead and start our final craft. Okay, for our final craft, we're going to make just a really simple wood sign. I decided to make a smaller little wood sign for Halloween because I wanted to pair it with a really pretty wreath to go under it. So I have a nice wreath on my door, and I wanted just to have a tiny thin sign to hang on top of it. I thought that would be really, really fun. So I found these really thin wood panels in a pack of 3 at Hobby Lobby. They come in the bare wood section, and they are bare when you buy them. And then I just applied 2 layers of my favorite chalk paint to them, and then what I did was just placed a little ribbon on the back with some hot glue. I also pre-tied another bow with some thicker gingham ribbon, which I thought would be really, really pretty, and I'm going to place that on there as well. So I am using some black vinyl, and I found a really fun SVG that I thought would be perfect for a little door sign for trick or treat, and I will be sure to link that down below as well. But I'm going to go ahead and get this all weeded out, and then we can place it on our sign. Okay, how cute is this? Love how this looks. It's just a fun, simple little SVG that I thought would be so cute on a little sign. I just fell in love with it. Okay, now again, I am going to be placing on a painted surface, so I'm going to opt to use my masking paper transfer tape, and I'll just place this right over my little vinyl here. And I like this because you can just rip it as well, so it makes really, really quick and easy work out of it. Okay, and then same lather, rinse, and repeat of scraping down the top and the bottom. This one is the Oracle 651 vinyl, which I really, really like as well. Works really nice. And just pulling off that carrier sheet. Okay, there we go. Now, since I am going to be placing a bow here, let me pause really quick because you know I like to trim as much as I can around that transfer tape. And I am wasting a little bit of transfer tape here, but I've had this roll since I bought my first Cricut. I've had this roll, and it's finally getting a little bit thinner. So when it comes to the paper transfer tape, I don't worry too much about wasting it because there's so much of it and it's so, so affordable. Okay, so here we go. I'm just gonna place this here for one moment. That way I can get an idea of where I want my little design to go. I think that looks good because I don't want the bow to overpower or take away from, there we go, the design. So I'm going to go through with my fingers and just lie that down, get it all down, and then scrape it down. So how cute is this? And these little wood rounds are so affordable. They came in a pack of 3. I want to say, I don't want to misquote, but very, very, very affordable. And they were 40% off because everything is always 40% off, or just about always 40% off at Hobby Lobby. Okay, so very gently removing that, and There we go. Cute. Now I'm going to place my bow with some hot glue, and we will get this all finished up. Now you can attach your bow any way you'd like. I am a lover of hot glue. I love it, love it, love it. I just put a plethora on there, stick it on, and go about my merry way because it works like a charm. Okay, this is the first time I've ever made a bow, well, like this, and I am so proud of myself. That is so darn cute. So I might have to do a tutorial on how I did that bow because it was darn easy and it's so sweet. Okay, there we go. And then I have my little ribbon, and I like that the ribbon is different than the bow. I think it adds a little bit more to the whole design. But how cute did this turn out? So sweet. I'm in love. Love it, love it. Okay, so here's how everything turned out. These mugs are so cute. I envisioned them on one of those little coffee mug hangers in our kitchen next to our coffee maker. I think that will just be really fun and festive. And then we have the cute teacher gifts. We have our little bag with our card that was a little surprise to make because of a little vinyl mistake, but it was a very happy mistake. Then we have our little teacher gift where we ironed onto wood. So easy. I love this little trick or treat sign for our front door. I think that's going to be very fun. And then of course this cute little arrow sign will be really cute for our front porch. Also stay tuned because I'm going to be doing another Halloween series really quickly for more decor and more Halloween crafts that I'm going to be doing. And I have another idea for outside for the candy bowl as well. And then we have these cute little clippies. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this inspired you in some way. I had so much fun bringing these ideas together and creating these in front of you. Please let me know which one was your favorite. I think the trick or treat sign and the mugs are my favorite, and I really can't wait to bless the teachers with these cute little gifts. All right, everyone, be sure to give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching this, and I will see you in the next video.